This is the Hot Stove with Dusty Baker.
You are watching the Hot Stove Trade Deadline Edition, and for New York Yankees fans, it's pretty obvious what the need is at this time. After having Luis Severino out for this entire year thus far, and not having any sort of idea when he may be returning, having James Paxton struggle immensely recently, and on top of that, having Masahiro Tanaka being the number one guy and the ace for the Yankees, it's time for the Yankees to step up and get that number one or number two starter. And so looking at those pieces out there, they virtually can turn any direction they want. When you look at the San Francisco Giants, for example, that's a team that made a lot of sense for the Yankees to be a partner with to try and acquire Madison Bumgarner. Now that the Giants, of course, might be buying instead of selling, the Yankees will probably have to turn their attention elsewhere. Number one on their list should be Trevor Bauer. If they're trying to negotiate with any team out there, Trevor Bauer of the Indians makes a ton of sense. Outside of Trevor Bauer, however, though, Noah Syndergaard down the road in New York makes a ton of sense. Out of Queens, Zach Wheeler of the same exact Mets also makes a ton of sense. And then turning to Detroit, Matt Boyd makes a ton of sense in that rotation as well. But the Yankees have shown a ton of interest in Marcus Stroman of the Blue Jays. I've been talking a lot about teams negotiating within their own division. I think that's definitely more of a precedent now. Something that's definitely been overlooked in the past is the idea of working with teams within your division. The Yankees' best bet, in my opinion, at this time is trying to work to acquire Marcus Stroman, a pitcher. He's very good, is very familiar with the AL East, and on top of that, he's very familiar with the American League as a whole. He said he's ready to win now. He's a great fit for the Yankees. They have the pieces to acquire him. They might even go out and try to acquire another reliever in addition to him. They have Ken Giles. They also have Daniel Hudson that make a ton of sense to go and join them in the bullpen. But at the end of the day, the Yankees have the pieces that it will take to acquire a starting pitcher. I think at the end of the day, Marcus Stroman will be putting on pinstripes by the end of July the 31st.